Hey there, friends. Welcome back to our cozy English story time. This story is part of our English learning series. Whether you're just starting to learn English or you're already on your journey, this story is for you. Each chapter is written in simple, clear English with lots of emotion and real-life feeling to help you learn naturally. So, grab a warm drink, sit back, and let's enjoy the story together. Don't forget, you're doing great, and we're so happy you're here. Now, let's begin today's story. A birthday bike. The sun peeked through the light curtains in a small room. Birds were chirping outside the window, and everything felt fresh and calm. Maya slowly opened her eyes and blinked. Then she smiled. Today was her 12th birthday. She sat up in bed and looked around her little room. On the wall was a handmade calendar, and a big red heart was drawn around today's date, May 12. She had been waiting for this day for weeks. Maya lived with her mother and little brother, Luca, in a small town near the mountains. Their house was tiny, but it was full of love. The walls were covered in photos, drawings, and old birthday cards. Everything felt warm and cozy. "Happy birthday, Maya," her mom called from the kitchen. Maya jumped out of bed and ran down the hallway. The smell of pancakes filled the air. Luca was sitting at the table, his cheeks full of syrupy pancake. He waved at her with his sticky fingers. Her mom smiled and gave Maya a warm hug. 12 already," she said softly. "You're growing up so fast." Maya giggled. "Do I get to open my present now?" Her mom looked a little nervous and glanced at the corner of the room. There was a small wrapped box on the table. Maya's eyes lit up. She grabbed the box and tore off the paper. Inside was a new notebook and a set of colored pens. She smiled politely. "Thank you, Mom," she said, but a tiny part of her felt disappointed. She had hoped just maybe that this would be the year she got her own bike. Her mom seemed to understand. "I know it's not what you were dreaming of," she said gently, "but maybe someday soon." Maya nodded and hugged her mom again. "It's okay. I love it," she said honestly. And she did. She really did love writing and drawing. But the dream of riding through town on her own bike, wind in her hair, felt far away now. After breakfast, Maya went outside. The sun was warm, and the street was full of sounds, neighbors talking, children playing, and someone mowing the grass down the road. She sat on the front steps, notebook in her lap. She opened it and wrote, "Today I turned 12. I wished for a bike. I didn't get one, but I got this notebook, and maybe, just maybe, I can still have an adventure." Just then a voice called out, "Maya!" It was her best friend, Jada, running toward her. Jada's curly hair bounced as she ran. She held something behind her back. "What is it?" Maya asked, standing up. Jada grinned and pulled out 2 friendship bracelets made of colorful thread. "Happy birthday," she said. "I made us matching ones." Maya smiled, her heart lifting. "Thank you, Jada. They're perfect." The 2 girls sat on the steps and tied the bracelets on each other's wrists. Maya looked down at hers. It was simple but full of color, just like Jada. "I heard the new ice cream truck is coming today," Jada said, eyes shining. "Let's go find it." Maya laughed. "Okay, let me grab my notebook." They ran down the street together, laughing and shouting, their bracelets catching the sunlight. The bike could wait. For now, it was enough to have a friend, a notebook, and a sunny day. The sun was high in the sky, and Maya and Jada walked down the street, giggling and talking about school, ice cream, and summer dreams. They followed the sound of music, soft and playful, like a song from a music box. It was coming from the new ice cream truck, parked near the corner shop. A small group of kids was already gathered around it, jumping with excitement. Maya and Jada each bought a scoop of strawberry ice cream. As they sat on the curb licking their cones, Maya looked across the street, and that's when she saw it. In the window of the small second-hand shop was a bike. Not just any bike, the bike. It was bright blue with silver handlebars and a little white basket in front. It looked clean, shiny, and ready to ride. It wasn't brand new, but to Maya, it looked perfect. She stood up and slowly crossed the street, her eyes locked on the bike. Jada followed her. "Wow," she said softly. It's beautiful. Maya placed her hand on the glass. It's exactly what I imagined, she whispered. Inside the shop, an old man with white hair and kind eyes waved at them. Want to take a closer look? He asked, opening the door. Maya nodded. The shop smelled like wood and old books. It was full of things: lamps, clocks, baskets, puzzles, and picture frames. But Maya only had eyes for the bike. She touched the handlebars and imagined riding through the park, her notebook in the basket, her hair flying behind her. How much is it? She asked the shopkeeper. He looked at a small tag hanging from the bike. $85, he said. Maya's heart sank. She had about $7 in her birthday jar at home. Maybe I can save up, she said quietly. The man smiled. It's been here a while. If it's meant for you, maybe it'll still be here when you're ready. Outside, Maya sat on the bench. Her ice cream now just a pink puddle in the bottom of the cone. I'll never be able to save that much, she said. Jada sat beside her. You could try, even a little bit each week. But I don't have a job, Maya said. Jada thought for a moment. What about Mrs. Lee? She always needs help in her garden. And Mr. Martinez has that newspaper route. You're great at waking up early. Maya looked down at her notebook. She turned to a fresh page and wrote at the top, Bike plan. She began to write, Ask Mrs. Lee about garden work. Talk to Mr. Martinez. Sell some drawings? Babysit Luca on weekends? The list was short, but it made her feel better. That night, back at home, Maya showed the list to her mom. Her mom smiled. That's a very grown-up thing to do. I'm proud of you. Maya looked up. Do you think I can do it? I know you can, her mom said. Before bed, Maya placed the notebook on her pillow and looked out the window. The moon was full and bright. She thought of the bike in the window, waiting. She didn't have it yet, but something inside her had changed. She had a plan, and that was the beginning of something new. The next morning, Maya woke up early. She stretched and looked at the notebook on her pillow. She opened it to the page that said, Bike plan, and read it again. Ask Mrs. Lee about garden work. She got dressed quickly, tied her friendship bracelet, and tiptoed past her sleeping brother. Outside, the sky was soft and gray. Maya walked down the street to Mrs. Lee's house. It was an old brick house with a wild garden full of flowers, vines, and weeds that liked to grow in every direction. She knocked on the door. After a moment, Mrs. Lee opened it. She was a small woman with silver hair and sharp eyes behind big glasses. Maya, what brings you here so early? Maya took a deep breath. Hi, Mrs. Lee. I was wondering if you need help in your garden. I'm trying to save money to buy a bike. Mrs. Lee raised an eyebrow, then smiled. Well, it is a jungle out there. I could use help pulling weeds and planting new flowers. How does $5 an hour sound? Maya's eyes lit up. That's perfect. When can I start? Mrs. Lee looked at the sky. How about right now? Maya nodded and followed her into the garden. The weeds were stubborn, but Maya didn't stop. She worked for 2 hours straight, digging, pulling, and planting. When she was done, her hands were dirty, but her heart was proud. Mrs. Lee handed her a crisp $10 bill. You're a hard worker. Come back next Saturday. Maya beamed. I will. Thank you. That afternoon, Maya visited Mr. Martinez, who delivered newspapers around town. He laughed when she asked to help. You want to wake up at 6 a.m.? That's not easy. I can do it, Maya said firmly. Well, he said, handing her a newspaper bag, you can help me on Sundays for now. If you do well, maybe I'll give you your own route. Maya couldn't believe it. 2 jobs in one day. Each week, Maya worked hard. She pulled weeds for Mrs. Lee and helped Mr. Martinez with newspapers. She also sold a few drawings to her mom's friends, small pictures of flowers, birds, and little houses. She even started babysitting Luca when her mom needed to run errands. She kept all her money in a jar by her bed. Each time she dropped coins or bills inside, she smiled. She was getting closer. Still, some days were hard. One Sunday morning, it rained heavily. Maya slipped on the wet sidewalk while helping Mr. Martinez and landed in a puddle. Her pants were soaked, her elbow was scraped, and the newspapers got soggy. "I'm sorry," she said, near tears. But Mr. Martinez smiled and handed her a towel. "It's okay. You kept going. That's what matters." Another day, Maya was so tired after gardening that she fell asleep before dinner. Her mom gently covered her with a blanket and whispered, "You're doing something amazing, sweetheart." At the end of each week, Maya opened her notebook and wrote down what she earned. Week 1, 15. Week 2, 22. Week 3, 18. Week 4, 25. After 1 month, she counted the money in her jar. $80. She gasped. She was only $5 away from the bike. She danced around her room, hugging her notebook to her chest. Tomorrow she would go back to the shop. Maybe, just maybe, the bike would still be waiting. The next morning, Maya woke up with her heart beating fast. She opened her money jar and carefully counted $80.50. Enough to buy the bike, plus a little extra for tax, just like her mom had explained. She put the money in an envelope, packed her notebook, and ran downstairs. Her mom was already in the kitchen, making toast. "Today's the big day, huh?" she asked, smiling. Maya nodded. "I can't believe it. I really did it." Her mom handed her a piece of toast. "Good luck, sweetheart." Maya walked quickly down the street. The sky was clear, and a gentle breeze moved through the trees. She held the envelope close to her chest. When she turned the corner and saw the shop, her steps slowed. The window looked different. Her heart dropped. The bike was gone. She ran across the street and peered inside. The shiny blue bike with the white basket, it wasn't there. In its place was an old rocking chair and a dusty mirror. The shop door jingled as she stepped inside. The old man looked up. "Maya," he said kindly, "I was hoping you'd come by today." "Where's the bike?" she asked. Her voice was small and shaky. The man's eyes softened. "A woman came in yesterday afternoon. She said her niece had a birthday coming up. She bought it right away." Maya couldn't speak. She just stood there, frozen. She had worked so hard, saved every penny, dreamed about that bike every night, and now it was gone. "I'm so sorry, Maya," the man said. "I didn't know you were so close." Maya nodded slowly. "It's not your fault." She turned and walked out, the envelope still clutched in her hand. She didn't cry right away. She just walked past the park, past the school, all the way to the little hill behind her house. There, she sat on the grass and finally let the tears come. She cried quietly, her notebook on her lap. After a while, she opened it and flipped to the bike plan page. She added one more line. Bike was sold. Then, on the next page, she wrote, "I'm proud of myself. Even if I didn't get the bike, I did something I didn't think I could do. I worked hard. I saved. I believed." She stared at the words. Her chest still hurt, but somehow she also felt strong. Later that evening, Jada came over. She had heard the news. "I'm so sorry," she said. Maya smiled weakly. "Me too." They sat on the porch steps, watching the sky turn orange and pink. "Maybe another bike will show up," Jada said. "Or maybe something even better." Maya didn't answer. She wasn't sure what could be better. But she leaned her head on Jada's shoulder and whispered, "Thanks for being here." At bedtime, Maya's mom came in and sat beside her. "I know it hurts," she said. "You worked so hard. I thought if I tried my best, it would work out," Maya whispered. "Sometimes," her mom said gently, "even when we do everything right, things still don't go the way we want. But that doesn't mean it wasn't worth it." Maya nodded, tears slipping down her cheeks again. "I guess I'm still glad I tried." Her mom kissed her forehead. "That's what matters." As she drifted off to sleep, Maya whispered to herself, "I didn't get the bike, but I found something else." The next few days were quiet. Maya still helped Mrs. Lee with her garden and delivered newspapers with Mr. Martinez. She still watched Luca on the weekends and sold a few drawings, but her heart wasn't in it the same way. Each time she passed the shop window, she looked in, but the bike was never there. Still, Maya didn't give up completely. She kept saving her money, just in case. Her notebook now had a new page. New possibilities. One evening, after finishing her homework, Maya sat on the porch steps, sketching a sunflower. Her hands moved gently over the paper, but her mind was far away. Just then, a familiar car pulled up in the driveway. It was her Uncle Jay, fun uncle, who always wore bright shirts and told silly jokes. Maya stood up, surprised. Uncle Jay? He got out of the car with a big grin. Hey, superstar. He walked toward the trunk and tapped it. Got something in here. You might want to take a look. Maya's eyebrows raised. What is it? Uncle Jay opened the trunk slowly and there it was. A bike. But not just any bike. A blue bike with silver handlebars and a white basket. Maya gasped. No way. Uncle Jay chuckled. I was picking up some shelves for your aunt when I saw this beauty at a garage sale. The man said a girl bought it last week but returned it because it was too big. I thought of you right away. Maya ran over and gently touched the handlebars. It wasn't exactly the same as the one in the shop window, but it was close. So close. It even has a bell, Uncle Jay added, ringing it. Ding ding. Maya turned to him, eyes wide. How much was it? $60, he said. But I figured, knowing you, you've probably got that saved up already. She nodded quickly. I do. I have more than that. Uncle Jay handed her the seat adjustment tool. Then it's yours, partner. Maya hugged him tight. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That night, she couldn't stop smiling. She and her mom adjusted the seat and checked the tires. Then, just before sunset, Maya took it for its first ride. She pedaled down the sidewalk, the breeze in her hair, the sound of the bell echoing through the neighborhood. Jada waved from her porch. You got it. Maya grinned. I did. They rode together to the park, the white basket bouncing with each turn. The sky glowed pink and orange as the sun dipped below the trees. Later, back at home, Maya opened her notebook and turned to the last page. She wrote, I did it. Not in the way I expected. Not the bike from the shop, but one that fits just right. I learned that sometimes, when things don't work out, something better is just around the corner. She smiled, closed the notebook, and set it gently on her desk. Tomorrow, she would ride to the library with her sketchbook in the basket. She couldn't wait. The days that followed were some of the happiest Maya could remember. Each morning, she jumped out of bed and raced down the stairs to see her bike waiting outside, shining in the early sun. She gave it a name, Sky, because when she rode it, she felt like she was flying. Maya rode Sky to the library, to the park, to Mrs. Blank Lee's garden, and even to the bakery to buy a muffin for her mom. The little white basket carried everything: her notebooks, her pencils, a water bottle, even Luca's favorite stuffed bear when she babysat. One Saturday morning, Maya and Jada rode together to the lake. The path was long and curvy, with tall trees on both sides. Sunlight danced through the leaves, and birds sang as they passed. I still can't believe you have it, Jada said, pedaling beside her. Maya smiled. I still can't believe I earned it. They parked their bikes by the water and sat on a bench, watching the ripples on the lake. I thought I had to get that exact bike from the shop, Maya said softly. But I didn't. I just had to believe in myself and keep going. Jada nodded. That's the real magic. That afternoon, Maya made a new page in her notebook. At the top, she wrote, Things I learned from the bike that wasn't mine. Working hard feels good. It's okay to be sad. Kind people show up when you least expect it. Not getting what you want doesn't mean you failed. Sometimes, the second chance is even better. She read the list aloud to her mom, who smiled and said, That sounds like something worth remembering forever. That evening, as the sky turned gold, Maya rode through the neighborhood one more time. Her hair flew behind her, the bell rang cheerfully, and her heart felt full. She wasn't just a girl with a bike. She was a girl who had tried, a girl who had fallen, gotten back up, and kept pedaling. She was a girl who had tried, a girl who had fallen, gotten back up, and kept pedaling. And that, she knew, would carry her far no matter where the road led next. You did it. Thank you so much for joining us on Maya's journey in a birthday bike. We hope this story helped you learn English in a way that felt warm, clear, and joyful. If you enjoyed this story, please like this episode, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell so you never miss a new story. We have many more simple and emotional English stories to help you grow, so keep reading, keep dreaming, and keep learning. You're doing an amazing job. See you in the next story.